What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is your main man, Juggernaut of Multi-Platinum Production Team.
Arkatech Beatz.
Yo, shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D, Arkatech Beatz. Listen, man, we're here. We're doing the music production and beat making live stream now. You know, we did the music reviews a little bit earlier. So, we back on it. I said we get on about 9 o'clock. We went a little bit later, but we're gonna do what we do, get it done. You know what I'm saying? If it's your first time here, I am Juggernaut of Multi-Platinum Production Team, Arkatech Beatz. We are the producers for your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, Big Pun Nas, prodigy of Mobb Deep, rest in peace. Check out that new Mobb Deep album, Jadakiss, The Game, Raekwon the Chef, Max B, RZA, Killer Mike. The list goes on and on. Little Scrappy, Little Shorty Low, Side High to Prince, Freddie Gibbs, Max B, so many others. Kaz, what up? Make sure that you are liking the live, sharing the live, all that other good stuff. If you're looking for music production, check us out at arkatechbeatz.com. If you are looking to learn about the music business, make sure you are checking out our books at arkatechbeatz.com. Books on song registration, books on music copyright, music publishing, and also forming your own music LLC. You join our mailing list with over 7,000 people on our mailing list. You can also join our, we haven't opened up our portal yet, but it should be open by the end or the beginning of next month. I'm aiming for Monday, November the 3rd. That is what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for that time. So shout out to everybody that was rocking with me in the live stream earlier. We were doing music reviews. We had a good amount of music reviews in. And listen, man, people are submitting some decent music, man. I appreciate them submitting the music and letting me hear what they're working with. And really those folks that are open to the feedback. A lot of people are not open to constructive and criticism and feedback and, the scrutiny of others. And I salute everybody who actually submitted and, left their music up to public scrutiny and were able to, deal with my feedback. Now, of course, I have spent a little time in the corporate field and in the private sector. So, I do understand what it takes to, build teams, develop teams, and do all that other good stuff. So, I know how to deliver feedback in an appropriate and a constructive manner to make sure that we're building people up and not building people down. So, if that's what you hear, that's from those years of experience in doing that and building up a team and maintaining a business and doing all that type of other good stuff. So let's get into it. Rob Mully, what up? Get into it, man. I got some samples here. We're at about 118 on the BPMs tonight. 4 8-bar loops. Excuse me. Tired. Richie Mays, what up? I'm gonna copy this over into a new track. Richie Mays, make sure you have your MPC-X going. Samples are courtesy of splice.com. Make sure that you're getting that. Link is in the description so that you can get royalty-free samples. You don't got to worry about clearing samples. Make sure y'all liking the live, sharing the live. We're going to start off with 4 bars, right? line in here. Y'all ready? Let's go. Add the space line in real quick. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna duplicate this track that have my hats and stuff on it. Gonna 16 level it. Go back 16. Try it again. Let's try it again. One more time. Let's add that in. I'm gonna add an open hat. Well, actually, let me add some tambourines to this real quick. string sample in here. Ready? Yo, Rich, that's the automated moderator, man. I'm paying any mind. So what I want to do with this now is I want to double this up, right? And this is really an 8-bar loop. So I want you to just pay attention to some of the cadences on this thing. You know what I mean? Because it's definitely the transition in the 8 bars is really dope. So I'm gonna get y'all to listen to that, and then we're gonna start to piece together this song. Remember what we talk about? We talk about, you know, kind of piecing this together in a certain type of structure. And, you know, that's what we've been giving the feedback. So I wanted to show people what we're doing in real time. So now we're at 8 bars, right? So what I've done is I had it as 4 bars so I can program the drums. Then we extend it for 8 bars, and then I'll go back in now, and then now I only make the sample trigger, instead of triggering every 4, making it trigger every 8, right? See how that's going? Let's name this the hook. Now this is a string sample. I don't necessarily like it. I think the string patches that we have in the MPC might be smoother. Right, this one kind of sounds like, you know, maybe a little too. I don't want to say shrill, but you know, I'm not sure of the right word that I want to use. But I do want to do 2 things. So I want to go back to the regular sample, which is we want to make sure that we get the key here. That's G minor. We're going to go into pad performance mode. We're going to go here. We're going to turn this into G minor. Right, E, F, G. We're going to turn it into a minor scale. And I'm going to go into chromatic. Then I'm going to open up a new track. And I'm going to do a most likely 808. Because we're at that tempo where it can be a little bit trapped. I could probably add some claps on every other snare. It just kind of depends. Just your mood, you know what I'm saying? It's all about your mood and how you feel and how you want to get it done. You know what I'm saying, dude? So let's find the right sound. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just try to, there's already a bass line here, right? And the bass line is going. So, right? Let's try to put it in. Pause. So now that we got the 808 in, we're going to copy the sequence into a secondary sequence, right? We're going to call this the first verse, all right? And that's going to be 8 bars. What we're going to do is we're going to start stripping away. We're going to take the strings out, and we're going to take the vocals out, right? And then what we also want to do is this too, right? Before I actually go back and I cut this up, I'm going to copy it one more time. I'm going to copy it another time and turn this into the second verse. We just want to have a little bit of the, before we start chopping this verse up, we want to make sure that we have an exact copy of it. Although we have it in the hook, we want to just kind of keep it where it is. So what I want to do with this actually is I want to chop this back into 4, and then I want to go back into, then I'm going to add 2 back again. So what I've done is now I've just turned the sequence, instead of having it into 8, we've turned it into 2 full bars to make that loop, right? Because I only want one part of this to loop, right? Cool. Now I'm going to the second part of the verse, and I call this the second part of the verse because I'm aiming for 12 bars. So I've already done my first 8. Now I want to do my 4. I'm going to take this here, I'm going to divide this in half. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. Let's undo that. Okay. So what I want to do here is I want to take my 808, because this has to, I want to take the latter part of the 4 bars and put it to the beginning of the 4 bars. So I need to copy this. Then I need to select all. I'm going to delete that. Then I'm going to go back to the top of the thing. I'm going to paste this in here. All right, cool. So now what I want to do here is I'm going to divide this in half. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the arrangement out for all of the rest of the stuff. I'm going to cut, I'm going to select all, I'm going to cut that. Yeah, it does depend on the rhymes and the lyrics, but we also want to kind of want to loosely dictate how we want it to go. Remember, we're not going to be present. And 9 times out of 10 right now, you're not going to be present for this session. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the nature of the beast right now. The producers are not present for a lot of these sessions. You know, and I think that's another reason why the music is suffering. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to paint as much of the narrative as you can, right? Right? So watch what's going to happen when I transition from here to the next part, right? And this is not supposed to be playing. Hold on. Okay. Let's go again. Shout out to everybody that's in the live. Alright, we're gonna go to the next verse. Alright, so now we're supposed to go back to the hook at this point. So let's put it all together real quick so that we can get an idea of how we running this song right so far. So we got the hook. We're going into that first part of the verse, and then we got that second 4 parts of the verse that go into that little bit of that transition, and then we're gonna go back into the hook again, and then we're gonna switch back again to that part of the verse, 12 bars, second part of that verse, back to that hook. Actually, let's delete that. And then let's delete this one. Alright, let's see how this sounds real quick. Yeah, Terry, I already did the beat reviews. But we'll be back on tomorrow night, 7:30, to do the beat reviews again. So, what did we just do with this? We if you notice what we did an 8-12, 8-12, 8-12, 8-12. Because of how this joint is going at 118, I don't really like the 12. I think we can push it to 16 in the verses, which might feel a little bit. It might feel a little bit longer, but I feel like the transition will be better. Um, but I'll ask the chat. What's your thoughts on it? At the same time, because we're cooking up in real time, so we know we're trying to figure out what feels good. You know what I mean? I did hear the beat. Or is that you? We did that at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I like that joint, bro. I was just waiting for the bass line to drop in it. And we was talking about it. Like, them drums was crazy. But not for nothing, you could check that session on our YouTube. And that session is up so that you can watch it. If the music isn't copyrighted, then you should be able to hear the music. If the music goes if it's silence, it's probably copyrighted, and if it's copyrighted, then I gotta pull it out. You can check it out on our YouTube. Rich and Boy Swagger saying keep it this way, right? I need a name for the track though. Make sure y'all tapping the like button. B-boy, salute. Man, what up? Chat, I need a name for the track. Chat, I need a name for the track. Need a name for the track, man. Cass say moments. Amazing link. Said, be with you. I just want to be with you. I just want to be with you. He said, God is calling. Midnight Motions. It's about to be a crazy transition in the next 20 days, man. How do y'all think everything is gonna be when Max B comes on? Like, what y'all think? Yeah, you think it's gonna be regular? You think it's gonna be like a Bobby Shmurda thing, or you think it's gonna be what you think is gonna happen with hip hop when homie come home? I see that Jim Jones don't want to bury the hatchet, but a lot of people are expecting they're expecting Max to come out and do big things. Pause. Kaz, I like moments. Pardon me. Grinding. I gotta beat already named moments, bro. We already got a joint name moments, so I don't know. We gotta do something else. Mm, What's it saying? I'll be there in the verse. Shout out to y'all. Silent moments, I like that too. Yeah, cause next week I'm gonna do a Next week I gotta take a bunch of meetings next week again. Like I said, it's transition time. Cause homie gonna be out. Not next week, cause next week is Halloween, but he gonna be out that Sunday. That following Sunday on the 9th. So you know they got a big welcome home welcome home dinner. They got a lot going on. So I gotta figure out, you know, all of that stuff and logistics. I gotta make sure that, you know, we're in the mix. Everything is about everything is about being in the mix at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a tip, a little bit of an insider. Once you kind of got an inside track, you gotta kind of stay there, right? Um, I think there's a misconception that the best music wins. The best music doesn't win. It's proximity that wins. It's the person that's closest to the artist at the time when they record it. That's what wins. So you know you have to make sure that you position yourself. That if you see somebody that's working or somebody that's getting ready to start working, is that you're positioning your music and getting your music in early. Sometimes what you can do is you can help to chart the course of where that project is going to go. And sometimes what happens is what you'll find out is that sometimes artists just get tired of listening to all this music. Like sometimes they just get tired of it. They get tired of listening to too much music, and they're like, you know what? I'm just going to work with what I got. So that's what you're hearing a lot with these guys' projects. And sometimes, you know, I get frustrated with that because we come from the era of A&Rs listening to countless tracks. We're listening to music until we find the tracks that fit this guy's album. That's how you get an Infamous. That's how you get an open, you know, only built for Cuban links. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get an Illmatic. Is you gotta search for those beats. Those beats just don't come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's so as I see it, like I said, Max is coming back. We've been in contact with him while he's been incarcerated. We got one of the top 5 Max B records. So, and then, you know, we're also tied into with him through the label, through the Orchard, because he's signed to Phase One, which is an Orchard distributed company. So his situation is through Sony, like how our situation is through Sony. So the main thing with this is that we have to make sure that we're finding the right music for him. We got a few joints that we've already kind of conditioned and did the hooks already for. You know, just trying to make sure that stuff is ready. And you just got to be flexible at this point. So um, it's gonna be interesting when as it's happening in real time, and I'm coming back, and I'm like, yo, this is what's going on as much as I can tell, until everything starts to drop. But then also, I can give you insight on how, they're handling, his rollout. You know what I'm saying? Because, he still has to deal with Supreme and a bunch of other stuff. And these are things too that, artists need to be aware of and producers need to be aware of. Like, how do you navigate this stuff? This guy he's been locked up since 2008, 2007, right? So he's almost done 20 years. So you're going to see somebody that's coming home after being incarcerated for almost 20 years, and you're going to watch them basically, they're going to push the button on his popularity, and you're going to see him everywhere. Actually, you don't introduce him to the kids this day and age, man. His music has been resonating with the kids forever. So, whoever's rocking with it is rocking with it. I think that's the main mistake. The mistake is to try to get him to get into the new age people today. Don't do that. Just deliver to the people that have been standing with him. Period. You know what I'm saying? There's enough fans for him right now for him to retire comfortably, as long as he feeds them and he nurtures that fan base. Nurture that fan base, it will grow. You ain't got to worry about nothing else. Just nurture who's been rocking with you for the last 15 years. You got to nurture that base. You got to feed them. You got to get them the shows. You got to get them the merch. You got to get them the pictures. You got to get them to feel like they're part of that movement. And you got to form that. You got to form that movement, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to definitely get into that and make sure that you're understanding that. Yeah, and it's perfect timing, Rich. Yeah, right now it's dead. It's perfect timing. It's definitely perfect timing. So, we're gonna see who's gonna ride the wave, man. Not for nothing, He might get a stimulus package. You don't never know, You don't never know what's gonna happen. Folks don't want old school. Folks just want authentic, man. And folks want authentic, and people want music that you can really listen to. And if you even listen to, if you peeped out on some of the records that we had in the review, like the records, the records reflect the mind states. The record reflects, if somebody is, smoking or doing whatever they're doing, the records reflect it, because the way that the flows are, the flows are almost feel like they're inebriated. You know what I'm saying? The flows feel like they're high. So when you hear these guys on the beats and they're slurring the words and then they're trying to catch the beat, but they can't catch the beat, it's because they was probably too zooted when they was doing what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we come from the Wu-Tang era, so these guys were smoking and doing all types of weird stuff. But that's where the producers come in and say, "Yo, bro, you gotta get back on beat, bro. You gotta spit it through it. You gotta get back on. You gotta get back on tune. Like, certain things are always gonna remain. People being on key, people being on pitch, people being on tune and timing. That's not going nowhere. So you could tell me it's your style, or you could tell me it's this all day, but you can't dance to that. You can't roller skate to that. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do none of that to that. You know that, and I know that. The only thing you can do is stumble. Stumble outside to that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing else about that. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Look, I don't think enough of us told him that, man. Yo, bro, that's offbeat, bro. That don't really work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't work. I know you want it to work. I know you want to say it's a style, but it don't really work. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's like guys that was wearing skinny jeans like leggings. Like, hey, that don't really work. Right? Now we back to pants that don't fit nobody no more. Like, if it don't fit, if it don't work, it don't work. We just got to call it out. You know what I'm saying? You got to say that don't work. You know what I'm saying? You got to say, hey, man. We be on the mall. I'm gonna try to keep that cadence of 7:30 and 9 o'clock, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the submissions maybe midday, and give people a chance to submit their music, to figure it out. So I'm probably gonna I'm gonna jump into this portal, and then I'll set up set up so people can send in their music come tomorrow at a certain time. Cause look, I noticed that the people that got the feedback, you know, some people are very appreciative of that feedback, you know, and some heads will take that back and may, you know, come back with some hit records, man. Listen, you're one piece of content away from changing your whole life, man. I hope people really understand that. Like, you're one piece of content away, man. Like, this is the game, you know, either we're in it to win it or we're in it to, you know, we're playing around, you know what I'm saying? Real easy listening, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too complex. Nothing too complex. Yeah, I think sometime there was a cat that we played for the first time when we was in the when we did the first review. The dude that sounded like the mix between Logic and Eminem, and the beat was switching. And I was talking to Mike about the music, and I was like, yo, you know, Mike is in the middle of moving, so we was like, I was talking to him, and I'm like, yo, like, you know, there's a cat that, you know, he submitted some joints, and the joints was really hard. Pause. And I was like, he was like, so what's your take on it? I said it was really polished. It was really polished to the point where, you know, I could hear it like going really big. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's some talented people out here, man, that we just have to, people just have to just, you know, get a chance, you know what I'm saying, and get an opportunity to get in front of people and get heard. And in 2025 and 2026, like, that is the challenge for independent artists, man, is getting in front of people. Like, that's going to be the hardest part, you know what I mean? But it's a marathon, it's not a sprint, you know what I mean?
Arkatech Beatz. What do you do when the love's that good? Every single
just working like it should. What's a girl to do when a man's that fine? Feeling like a diamond, shining all the time. When he says he wants me, baby, don't you know? It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, hey, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. What do you do when the love's that good? Working like it should. What's a girl to do when a man's that fine? Shining all the time. When he says he wants me, baby, don't you know? It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you. No, it drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby.
Arkatech.
You see, I had a guy that I used to try to use everything in terms of the on the keyboard. Listen, there's so much that people are not understanding, and that and they're not realizing that less is more, and there's a lot of different things, man. You know what I'm saying? Where people gotta really it's different. You know what I'm saying? Folks gotta really understand, like, and that's the whole point of this. Like, this is the whole point of this exercise, man. It's like, yo, we got to get this music to sound right, man. We got to get it to do some things. And there are some guys that are really dope, man, out here. So I'm interested to see what 100 days of doing reviews looks like, in terms of, like, what does that look like in terms of the amount of artists that are actually out here working and trying to promote and get their music out and heard. And you notice that, right, Rich? You're noticing that there's a lot of opportunity for song structure. And you would think that people who are listening to music every day would understand that there is a structure to songs, right? You would think that because they're listening to their favorite rappers and they're listening to their favorite songs, that they would notice the song structure by now. But it's something that has to definitely be learned and taught. It's not what people are paying attention to. You know what I mean? And then also, and then I see a couple of guys' music videos, which I think is dope. You know what I mean? A couple of guys got some music videos that I think are really they're doing their thing. Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely cats doing different things. I want to show y'all something. We've been talking about Cody, and trying to get these things to there's so much that goes into trying to build certain type of artist. I think it goes beyond listening to your favorite songs, Rich. I think people have to, even though people listen to their favorite songs, they still don't understand the song structure. It's something that kind of escapes them.
Said I should stay at home and think about the way you broke my heart. Nice, you're the one.
Y'all see what we doing with that? So you see how that's coming together. So this is the different stuff that we have to. Yeah, we got to build it, bro. That's the whole thing. We build. I'm building it, and it's it's like magic, man. There's no excuse for producers anymore. There's no excuse. The game has changed. So I say all of that to say, man, y'all stay tuned, man. You stay tuned. And that's for the I'm not thinking about you record. I'm not thinking about you. You know how that go with the Indian joint. So Kaz, that was on the YouTube. You couldn't see the video. You know what I'm saying? But it's a combination of Mid-Journey, Runway, Design, Higgsfield. Like there's like all of these platforms that you have to kind of Leonardo AI. Of course, we use Suno, whatever, and we got to put all of that stuff together, and then you have to find your images. You know what I'm saying? You have to prompt your images and then turn your images into videos. So it's a little bit of a challenge, but the thing that helps me in doing it is because I've been running around with Sean Anthony Baker. Shout out to him. So I kind of understand the structure of photography and depth of field and picking out these type of scenes and picking them out, and then now going in and editing everything in CapCut and stuff like that. So that's how we're going to create. We're going to create that content to support that artist. Let's see what happens. You guys are watching. You guys are watching the case study in real time. Y'all are watching the case study in real time. Now I didn't hire anybody to do that. That's all me doing that. So anything that you see with us, if you look at our web design and everything, if you look at our Shopify and everything, every banner, everything, that's everything. I create everything. Anything that you see with us, all the videos you see, that I create everything. That's me. I create every single one of them. That's what the portal is for, so I can share my knowledge with y'all. And share, so that you can understand whatever I'm doing, I can show y'all what to do. So setting up the website, setting up the e-commerce, everything else. The Facebook ads, everything. I gotta, that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to make sure that y'all can, have like the Neuralink. We gotta bring the music to life. Like, that's the best way to do it. We gotta bring the music to life. So, we're gonna figure it out. But for the most part, fellas, I'm about to jump on out of here. Try to get me, too late to eat right now, man. I'm hungry. Gotta stop the late night eating, man. That's where all the weight come from. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get back to my my New York stomping ground weight. You know what I'm saying? This Atlanta weight is different. Eating too much barbecue. Yo, till tomorrow. I'm gonna be on at 7:30.
Arkatech Beatz.
We're gonna do the beat reviews. We're gonna do the reviews again tomorrow. You know, I kind of enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? He said you just had some butter bread, bro. You can't do that, man. And then also I gotta also when we get into the portal, we're gonna have to do a fitness challenge, man. We gotta make sure that we're not the heavy producers, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta take care of that health so you can get ready to spend that money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start making that money. Rick, what up, man? I was wondering if I could get the. Hold on. I wonder if I could get the video to play. Can I get the video to play? It wasn't playing with no sound, though. That was the issue. I'll figure it out for tomorrow. Listen, man, get some rest, man. I'm about to jump off of here myself. I've been on this thing since 7:30, so you know, I gotta get in. I gotta what you call it, man. I'm more used to, you know. I used to be so much of a gym rat, and I got comfortable, man. That's really what happens is you get comfortable. You get real comfortable. Like that's the issue. Yeah, I got real comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And we just eat now way too much, and that's really the bottom line. Like, I think my kids are damn near born in a restaurant. They're like just eating too much, eating out too much. It's crazy. I need all y'all to just get some rest, man. Y'all be safe. Until tomorrow, I'll see y'all.
Arkatech.
Yo, Rick, catch the replay on YouTube, bro.
What do you do when the love's that good?
Peace, y'all.
Every single inch is working like it should. What's a girl to do when a man's that fine? Feeling like a diamond, shining all the time. When he says he